This video will be looking at the distances on Earth's surface, focusing on calculating the distance along lines of latitude. This is part 2. Part 1 looked at calculating distance along lines of longitude. Now a reminder that lines of latitude are these here. They go horizontally across the Earth, the globe. Now they allow you to know how far north or south of the equator you are. A recap on the last video. For points on a longitudinal line direction, longitudinal refers to those vertical lines, the meridian, and looking at any vertical lines. There is a simple calculation to find linear distance. If you were to travel 1 degree, that is equal to 111.2 kilometers. So if you were to travel 2 degrees, to find how many kilometers you travel, you just simply multiply 2 by 111.2 kilometers to find the linear distance. Looking at latitudinal lines, that is going across the globe, you'll notice that the equator in the center is also known as the Great Circle. That has the largest distance out of all of the latitudinal lines. If you were to walk along the equator, it is you'd walk further than if you walked along the one of these smallest. The linear distance relies on what the line of latitude is, whether it's 0 degrees at the equator, all the way up to, say, 70, 80 degrees. So it depends on where you are on lines of latitude as to what 1 degree equals in kilometers. So you'll notice that 1 degree is equal to 111.2 times cosine, and the cosine is of what the degree of latitude is that both locations may lie on. Okay, so for example, if these lie here, that may be 70 degrees. Therefore, it would be cosine of 70 degrees. Here's an example. We're looking at this map here. We've got two locations. A lies on 40 degrees south, 130 degrees east. Location B is 40 degrees south, 159 degrees east. So they've been labelled here on the map. Firstly, we need to find the angular distance between the two locations. That is, how many degrees is there between A and B? Okay, so to move from A to B, you're going from 130 degrees through to 159 degrees. Okay, so 159 minus 130, you've got an angular distance of 29 degrees. Now, using that angular distance, we can now work out linear distance. A reminder that for lines of latitude going across, we've got 1 degree is equal to 111.2 cosine of the degree of line of latitude. So we have worked out that we have 29 angular degrees. So we've got 29 lots of this distance here. 29 times 111.2 cosine, and the degree of which both locations lays on is, a reminder, 40 degrees. They both lie on 40 degrees, therefore put 40 in the brackets there. Okay, remember the line of latitude that the locations lay on will be a shorter distance here than if they were on the equator, okay, because it is the Great Circle. Now, to work out the linear distance, you simply need to use the formula above, 29 times 111.2 cosine of 40. Pop that into your calculator to work out how many kilometers are in between A and B. Okay, and that should show up as 2,150.74 kilometers.